Good afternoon and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for dropping by. It's nice that you could make it. I'm a bit delayed because I was trying to get my Apple TV hooked up to my capture card, which of course didn't work. What was I thinking? My goodness, one of those things. Thank you so much for the emote. What did you put on the emote? Unbelievable. Very good, very good. And I'm afraid I have some bad news. So we're still going to play the game. That's cool. It's kind of a nice little robot game. I guess what intrigued me about that is that I have Apple Arcade for another 3 days, I think. I've just cancelled it. And then I've discovered this cute little game called SPYDER with a Y, and the guy is a little spy. So we'll take a look at that. It's very cute. I played the first level earlier, and it's very nice. But I'm a little bit delayed because Christina's son just sent me another message, and I believe he wanted me to relay that to all of us, and sadly it's not good news. So he says, this is Eric again. It's a private message on Discord. He says, this is Eric again, and I don't have good news. We all have the coronavirus, including Ralph, that's her nurse. Our 2 foster children have very mild symptoms. Our son Alex, Julian, and I have had any symptoms at all so far. Ralph has a fever and a bad cough, but he doesn't need to go to hospital. That's kind of the good news. Unfortunately, he says, Mom is really sick. Her condition had deteriorated rapidly last night. This morning, she didn't get enough air to breathe on her own and had to be connected to the lung machine. We can only hope that the fighter in her will reappear and that she will get through this as she has got through the other things before. The worst thing is that we cannot be with her. We are not allowed to leave the house. The hospital calls every few hours to give us updates. and we try to keep you informed. And that's from Eric, that's Christina's son, and that's very, very sad news. And we were just discussing this. It kind of makes sense that they all have it, because that one evil nurse that tested positive was around them, and it's just like viruses are. They just go and spread. So yes, I don't really know what to make of it. I hope she pulls through. I hope this is something like Brian's narrator friend had, that it's a bit of influenza, a bit of fever, and some people do get over it. And I hope that's exactly what's going to happen to Christina. I hope this is not going to be anything life-threatening. However, having had chemotherapy myself, I know how badly the immune system can get hit, and something as mild as a cold can really knock you on your ass. And yes, I still think the hospital is probably the best place for her, and I will keep you posted as I find more news. It has been, yes. So she's on. She's had the. My God, what has she not had? I mean, Christina's story is kind of an unbelievable survivor story. So it would be terrible if that virus is not going to get her. That would be just terrible. So she's had a car accident a few years ago, and that's not actually that long ago. It's been like, I don't know, 3 years, I believe. And drunk driver hit her on her bike. That's from what I understand. That's kind of the little summary here. Drunk driver hit her on a bike and totally crashed her and her bike. She had major broken legs. Handlebar of the bicycle was sticking out of her body. His kind of razored away half her stomach, so she only has half her stomach left. And she's still in recovery from that, really, because that takes years for you to be able to, be back up on your feet again. So she was just in recovery when she found, among other complications, growth in her face, kind of underneath her eye. And that grew so fast and so rapidly that the doctors got worried and tested it. And of course it turned out to be cancer. God, crazy stuff. So they operated out, took everything out, found a chemotherapy that they tried that kind of didn't work. Then they tried something else, and that did work. And that's the chemo drug that she's currently on. And that requires her to have drugs for 4 weeks, then she's off for 4 weeks, then she's back on drugs, and then she's off. And, that's just the cycle for, I believe, 6 or 8 months. That'll have to continue. Tragically, however, because of her compromised stomach, she can't convert nutrients very well. So she is extremely slim and very, what's the word? Emaciated, is that the word? It's kind of, just extremely slim. She's about 100 pounds, if that. And that, of course, has the doctors worried, because if you give a patient like that chemo drugs that make you absorb nutrients even less, and that's kind of, it's kind of an issue there. So yes, I'm afraid that is where we're at. And now the coronavirus has of course visited Christina, because it's kind of, my goodness, what has the woman not had? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You couldn't make these stories up. You couldn't really write this kind of stuff. It's, yeah. So that's what's happening. I'm so sorry I have to be the bearer of such bad news, but, she's alive. She's in the hospital. Hopefully she's pulling through. Our prayers are with her. And, I can't wait to get more blender tips off her, because who else am I going to go to? My goodness, from a practical point of view, No, I'm trying to make light of the situation, which of course is not light. So yeah, me too, Steve. I'm devastated. I'm also devastated. So hence, I'm not really in the mood for anything like a video game right now. But maybe we can have a look at it and see what it's like. I wonder. I was this close to canceling the stream last minute. But then I decided, no, actually, let's come together at least and have a chat about this. This is not good to not talk about this. Let's talk about this. Let's make this the open discussion forum for anything relating to the current weird situation that we're all in, and let's find solace in the fact that at least we can meet this way. What do you think? Let's do that. I appreciate your comments. half unrelated issues. Miami Beach has gone on kind of a medium lockdown, or the kind of the whole state of Florida. I believe here down here in Miami, we now have a curfew between midnight and 5 a.m. So that's kind of, it's not a lockdown yet, but between midnight and 5 a.m. it kind of is. So it's kind of halfway there. Julia and I watched a message from the mayor of Miami yesterday morning, in which he said, hey, non-essential businesses will close down. However, hotels and boarding houses will remain open until further notice. 12 hours later, all hotels must close by Monday. So, you know, this is how fast these things happen. So by Monday, all our hotels down here are closed. I mean, it's spring break, it's touristy areas. Forget it. You know, this is, I don't know how the economy is gonna recover from that. And AA are canceling flights. It's crazy stuff. So people are being ushered out on the last planes out of Miami. It's really weird, isn't it? Yes, me too, Brian. Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Exactly. We all know that she's a fighter, and she doesn't have. That's what's annoying her the most right now, is that she doesn't have internet. That is probably the thing that, forget the virus, forget the TPN, the artificial nutrition that she's also on. Let's not forget that, to beef up her weight. Oh my goodness. There we go. Do you know? No, that's fine, Joe. I mean, I think it's nice that we can come together, and that's the reason why I didn't cancel the stream. I thought let's be together no matter what. I've prepared this little game also because I wasn't really in the mood for 3D stuff. That's kind of not where my mind is at right now. Let's take a look at it. This is the little guy. And please, let's keep the discussion going. You know, the game is just literally in the background there. So let's see if I can make it work. Like that. Yeah, Rod, absolutely. So this guy, I think is the controller still connected? No, it's totally not connected anymore. So this is the controller that I'm playing with. So this is a PlayStation 4 controller that's connected to my Apple TV 4th generation, I believe. That's not the right button, I guess. Play is the right button. And so the story is... I guess there's a little discussion going on in the Shelley household there. Yeah, absolutely. Let's not be near the end. This is this is a glitch. We'll get over it. Come on, we'll get over it. So we are a little robot developed sometime in the 80s or 70s, 80s, I guess, by the British government. And this was the first level here, the war room. And the other level was that one here, that one with the plane. And we've played that earlier. It's kind of a little puzzle game, but I'll play the tutorial again because it's kind of nice to get you into the rhythm of things. The loading time, even though it's Apple TV, is kind of crazy. What happened? Julia says my camera might have moved. Do you know, I believe they said that about, what was the other year that was so terrible? Was it 2015? That was the other thing. 2016, actually. 2016, that was another terrible year. We all thought, you know, my goodness, what happened there? So we tried to rewind it and called it 2015.1. And 2020 started so nicely, doesn't it? With a new decade and all that. Yes, and now all that happens. Crazy. Those are not the fastest loading times, I must say. And I guess what caught my eye about this game is how cute that the main character is rigged. So he's not a biped, he has 6 legs. That's not quite a spider. Spiders would have 8 legs, so this guy's got 6 legs. And the way he moves is that's just very, very cute. And there he is. Ooh, Agent 8. That's him. Alright, secret orders. So this is just to get us going, so to find out how we look around and look at his movements. That is just so cute. And so he is that little thing that they could put into, I don't know, into enemies' way, and he can walk around and he can do all kinds of stuff. There's a little bit of retro technology going on, and of course, him being a spider, he can walk up walls and he can walk upside down. And I suppose that's the interesting part of these mechanics here. So I thought, you know, that's a nice light-hearted little game. I didn't want to play anything with people getting shot all the time. It's just, you know, something cute. Dreamlab, while I have you, a quick question for you. I know you're into video games. Have you ever played Stardew Valley? I just bought that and I thought maybe we can play that one day. Also, let me know if the audio and video quality is okay, if everything's fine here, or if I need to do anything in regards to, you know... Like, that's what I was thinking, Rod. Alright, how cool is that? Did you ever try the multiplayer option on Stardew Valley? I've only just bought it this morning, so I haven't even played it, but I've seen a few people play it, and I think, you know, that might be something we can just go and watch and have a chat while this is running in the background type thing. That was kind of what I had imagined with this in mind as well. Web splat, so if I can't reach something, I can just go and look at him, his idle movements. It's just so cute, isn't it? I think this is just so nice. Cute little guy. Because we're so used to bipedal and maybe quadruped characters. What do you call a character with 6 legs? It does make me wonder actually if they had envisioned for this to be an 8-legged character, and they just had issues with that and just made it 6 legs. Hexapod, that's the spirit. Thank you so much. I didn't know that. Reprint the document. Well, can't be that difficult. Boom. And out of ink. Of course we are. And it's so totally non-3D, Stardew Valley. It has these isometric projections, I believe they're called. I think, I mean, don't quote me on this, but I think, look at that, we go up here. This is where we find an old radio and a keyboard. Which, you know, with pressable buttons, so. Aha! Remember, the floor is wired for alarms. Alrighty then. As I balance my way over the keyboard here. Refill the printer. And it's a continuation of the whole spy theme. So there was the whole agents thing in Fortnite, and now we have this. Refill the printer. All right, reprint the document yet again. Yeah, so I might try Stardew Valley. Unredacted plans. Looks like the missile strike is about to happen. Great. Let's do the security system thing, whatever it is that we need to do next. Hexapod. Very cool. Oh, absolutely, yes. I mean, if you look at his eyes, and he's meant to be a little spy robot and small enough to be sent into enemy lines, and the plane level that we played there, that was one that played on top of like in an airplane, and we had to go into the engine and do all kinds of stuff. So Very cool. And his little antennas are moving. And so this was developed in Britain, I believe in Sheffield, to be exact, by a company called Sumo Digital. And this has been in development for at least a year. And I think last minute they've decided to release this exclusively on Apple Arcade. But like with many of these exclusive deals these days, I'm not sure how long it's actually gonna last. Perhaps a year, perhaps it's quicker than that. Maybe I can see this coming out for PC at one point. And for the fact that this is technically an iOS device, the graphics are actually pretty darn good. Get to the general's desk. Oh yeah, so the security system, that was this. So as soon as we step into the cameras thing here, we're toast. Yes. See that crazy red floor on the bottom there? That is what's gonna kill us. So let's not go there. We'll go and grapple onto that, because we are full of gadgets. Look at that. Perfect, Agent A. We've stocked you with all the gadgets you need to complete the mission. Good to see you using them wisely. Why, thank you, Dr. Oran. Look around the table and see if you can find something with a fingerprint on it. I just found it. Or have I? Now, it looks like we need a couple of keys here. And everyone likes a reel-to-reel machine, of course. Even though they do seem a bit thick. I mean, that's, what is this, 1-inch tape, really? You can ride the tape. Oh yeah, there we go. Can use it as an escalator type thing. So I find it really nice to just look at the guy running around. It's less about the mission, it's more about having a look at what he looks like. Data tape, now that could be. You know, can you believe it? I used to work, not a lot, but I used to work with 2-inch tape, 2-inch videotape. That was impressive. They weighed about, what was that, like 50, 60 pounds per reel. Oh, the general's family, I think. And I can't walk on glass, slip off the glass. I can walk on the frame, but not on the glass. Oh, really? Tape library at IBM. Do you know, I've only just found out how these IBM, like for the 1400 series, that sort of thing, how those tape drives worked. So cool. There's a channel I'm following on YouTube called Curious Mark, and he is into restoring really old computers. Very exciting stuff. How much into detail he goes. So somebody spilled their coffee. I can't walk over that. Not good, so we have to go around it. And he was fixing one of those old style tape drives that don't work linear like this one here. That just goes and the capstan pulls the tape through from the left to the right. But that's not how these data drives work, where the reels seemingly spin independently of one another. And I never worked out why that is, and he explained that very well in the video. That's very, very cool. Is this it? Alright, let's how do we film this thing? Oh yeah, there we go. One key down. One to go. IBM, where was that, Dreamlab? Was that here in Florida? Or was that in where are they actually? Texas somewhere? Oh, in Tampa, look at that. Right, so like cartridge type format, so it's comparable perhaps to LTE, that sort of thing. Oh, great, look at that. Key number 2. Glad he's holding onto the key. And the music, very funny. Woo, there we go. Wow. Good thing I'm hanging right on here. Oh yeah, so this is another interesting thing. I can walk on ceilings like insects can, so that adds another little element to the whole puzzling experience. It does mess with your head though. Oh. That sounds like high precision work, Brian. Let's see if I can chuck this out of the box here somehow. Probably have to stand back a little bit. All right. I can imagine. I must say I really liked working with tape back in the day. That was really nice. We have to chuck the card first, don't we? The fingerprint card. Something like that. Ooh. Aha! You are truly exceeding your programming, Agent 8. Good to hear. Ooh, good stuff. So if I walk through here, this camera thing is going to get me. So let's see if I can walk behind it. Oh yeah, behind should be good. Look at that, behind the rack. That's nice. Does it have a serial number on the back? Bantam Jack Field. Good stuff. Let's scan this thing. It says granted. Well, what else do we want? SIN's disable SIN's override device. Yeah. Into the mainframe, huh? Stop scaring me. Is your dog a smart dog? Your dog's IQ level. Huh? Alright. More tape, look at that. Max tape. Ribbon cable. His noises remind me a little bit of R2-D2 here. I don't think I've ever heard of them. Tyco Toys. And then the wind gets in, that's very cute. Can't crawl up that tree. Okay. Gotcha, buddy. Where do we need to go? Up here maybe? Oh yeah. Yeah! Oh my god, I killed Agent 8! Oh dear. Be careful of big objects. Try my best. Poor Agent 8. Oh, I see. That's one of those occasionally fast-winding tapes. So we'll just wait for that to not happen and then quickly run over. Ooh. Right, like here. Overload the SIM device. Okay. Look at the cables. So we need to remember 3, 4, 2, 1 and then press the buttons accordingly. Woohoo! To prevent the launch. Turn on, you say? Well, that. I'm not sure what this is. Do we need to photograph this document? Maybe it's that one over there. Cool! Got a 2-star rating on a recent photo. On a recon photo. Okay. I suppose I could have taken it at a better angle. I might just do that. There's another camera icon down here. Maybe I can take a better picture from down there. While we're here. Now, front Canon monitor. Well, that could be this one. Maybe try another zone. It looks exactly like in the picture. What do you think? Yeah, remote controlled or run by artificial intelligence, I don't know. Oh, cool. Oh, now he's controlling the trackball. Look at that. That is so cool. The trackball controls the mouse. Or the pointer, rather. So cute. Tesla SPYDER, I like it. Manual control, let's do that. Essentially I have to stop the missiles manually, really. Very cool. You know, might already be here, Rod. That's absolutely right. Or like a military drones, that is correct, yes. Can you imagine? You have to do this in order to actually do something serious. You have to play a game to do something serious. That's the way to go. Now recharge your batteries and prepare for the next mission. Alright, let's do that. Look at them all clapping hands. That's very cool. That's very cool. So that was the war room. Alright. Wrong rod, yes. So the plane thing Julie and I played earlier when we were checking out this game, and it was good, but I won't replay that. Let's go for this one here. That is something along the lines of a space station that we need to have a look at. So I don't know what this level is about. Space invaded. SI's departed attempts to wreak havoc have no limits. Rescue the astronauts and return to Earth. No problem. We'll get right on that. If we can. Agent 8 in Space Invaded. Alright, perfect. SIN have sabotaged an ally space capsule. Good thing we suspected foul play and stowed you on board. I wonder what engine they've used for that. No, of course, I totally agree with you. It's and the assets are not off-the-shelf assets. They're also made in-house, which is partly why it takes so bloody long to make these games. It only came out, I believe, yesterday, day before, this week. So yeah, brand new. Works on iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV. Must run iOS 13 though. There we go. All right. I guess these are the victims that we must rescue. Looks like the intel we had on this mission was correct. Thank God for that. SIN have detonated an explosive device, sending the capsule out of control. Do you know, I have a feeling it might be my device. So this is, just to give you a bit of context there, this is the 4th generation Apple TV that was released when I was an Apple developer. And I got one about a month or two before it went on general sale for $1. So that was very nice of Apple to send me that for $1. They've given some developers a test device, and that is this. So it could well be that it's my hardware. It could also be, I mean, like Apple are, you know, they release one thing and the next year, the next thing that comes out for the same price is like 5 times faster, and that is actually the one they want you to buy. So it could well be that that it is my device. I don't know if the newer devices have higher frame rates as well. That is possible. I've noticed this is trying to do 60 frames. I don't think it can really do that. Fuel rods. Oh, should that go in here, I wonder? Or is that just broken? No, that goes in here. Good stuff. See if you can repair the pipes to restore fuel to the boosters. Leave it with me, Dr. Uran, no problem at all. Good thing we can walk around this whole thing. Oh yeah, there's certain things that they've introduced as our game mechanics, that red and white tape that you see in the distance there, we can't cross that. So he can't cross red and white tape, so that's kind of a limitation. And yeah, certain other things he also can't walk over, so like the yellow stuff he doesn't want to walk over. So I guess 1 and 3 are good, 2 to 4 need to be kind of done, I guess. Right, so maybe this floating quad piece here, that could potentially go in here, like so. And then all we need is another piece here. Boom! Alright. So that's exactly what I thought. And it was tricky because they had my UK address on file, and they said, no, you have to be in the UK to receive this. And I said, yeah, but I'm not in the UK, and can't you dispatch it to America? And it was strictly one device per developer. And they had already dispatched it, and it was, oh my god, it was drama to get it, but I did get it, so I'm super, super happy that I did. And for many years it was just on the shelf, and I've only recently updated it to the tvOS equivalent of iOS 13, whatever that is. And I've only just started using it when Manifold Garden came out. We can't walk past this now. Of course we can. Maybe there's a gap in there somewhere. But no. Alright, we'll walk down here. No problem. We'll take that down here, restore this flow. 2 to 4. There we go. 8 and 8. Oh no! You dropped it. I was gonna say put it in the hole. That was the plan, dude. There, like that. Indeed. Now we need another quad piece for this. Oh, there it is. Handy that it's just here. No, not that. No, don't that. Yeah. How am I going to grab hold of that? Oh, it could well be. It could well be. I suppose all these online type services will make a killing now. See if all the infrastructure actually holds up. Steve was saying that there might be an increased demand on upload and download speeds. I've seen Twitch streams that are kind of titled COVID-19 not leaving the house type stream. Crazy stuff. But you know, why not? Make the best out of a really bad situation. Did you hear that story that GameSpot or Stop, I can't remember what they're called now, the last remaining chain that sells video games exclusively and some other goodies, they were trying to tell their employees, they're horrible indeed, yes, they were trying to tell their employees to disregard local police, saying you got to shut down because they're apparently an essential business, selling webcams and all for online learning. My goodness. Ah, the T thing. Let's get the T thing in there. That should do the trick. Don't you want to put that in there? No, don't do that. Put that in there. Come on, Agent 8, you can do it. Pop it right now. Maybe I have to be somewhere here. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Still not good enough. Oh, there. Something else is missing in there. It makes you dizzy, constantly looking up and down. Maybe we'll grab this thing here. Alright. That goes in here. To stay in our special place, good stuff. I'm assuming that is what we have to do. I don't actually know. Just making sure I'm not just wasting my time here. But I suppose that is the puzzle, right? I would imagine that is the puzzle. Anything on the bottom? No. Arrows pointing that way. Oh yeah, maybe that's another clue for us. This thing here. Alright. Restore the flow of fuel. I like that they give you little pointers of where you need to go next. That is quite nice. Oh yes, we need another quad piece here. Oh yeah, I couldn't reach it. That was the thing, wasn't it? I was trying to grab this. So Brian, are you back at work on Monday then? Is that how it works? And how do you feel about it? Because I'm supposed to go back to work tomorrow, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Do I want to go to work? Should I go to work? What do you think? Should I go to work at the supermarket 3 days a week? Or is that an unnecessary risk I could just very well avoid otherwise? Not that I want to let my team down or anything. That's not what this is about, but you know, it's similar situation to Christina. Having survived cancer, you really think more than once about how many extra additional risks you want to take with your health. So your Dreamlab, imagine this isn't actually a game. I might be remote controlling an actual robot that is actually repairing something far away. Can you imagine? Crazy thought. One day it'll be like that. You get paid to play video games. Maybe this is what they're all trying to just introduce gently. Just like with Facebook. It's, you know, when Facebook came in, everyone was thinking, oh my god, they're going to steal your data. No, they don't steal your data. You volunteer your data. This feels a bit like that. You just volunteer to play video games. All cool, it's all cute. Thank you for helping evil aliens in a galaxy far away. Ender's Game. I don't think I know that one. Brian, please don't do that. Please don't attend any Corona parties. Corona parties are not, by the way, where people just have Corona. From what I understand. So this little diagram shows me something still amiss over there somewhere, but I didn't see anything broken. there, you say? White spot with a number on it? Maybe it's underneath. I can't see anything broken here. Yeah. Ender's Game, okay. Thank you for the tip. Oh, I think I'm right here, aren't I? Apparently I'm right here. 1 centimeter. This is exactly where I am. Could be underneath it, but there's nothing underneath that needs repairing, from what I can tell. Version 1.0, huh? What can you do? Game over already. Stuck on the 3rd level. There's these red lights. Yeah, this is the tape I can't cross, so I can't now walk all the way over the ceiling to the other side. Huh. Yeah, that I could do, Julia. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll go and just pick one of these things up and just walk with it to where that white thing is. See if that does anything. No then. Okay, good. Glad we tried. Well, that was nice. See if we find anything else that's broken. It may just be that the dot hasn't registered properly, or that there's just a bug in the game. Could well be. I mean, it's, you know, games on launch day, you know what they're like. Did anyone play this game before we released it? Nah, don't worry about it. We'll fix it later. We'll fix it in the post. No, that's in, that's in. There's a lot of stuff broken over there. Ah. Yeah, can't twist that thing either. What a shame. Speaking of good sci-fi books, by the way, Brian, I'm nearly finished with 1 Kelvin. I'm very much looking forward to the end. See what happens. And I'm also looking forward to 2 Kelvin as well. I don't really know. This is just saying that this is a piece that I can pick up. So I could pick that up, but I don't really have to. There's plenty of those pieces around. And then if there was a piece that I could put it in, then there would usually be a hole here, like there was before. And then I could just slot it right in there. And also then the other thing that usually gives me a clue is these white spots here, like the one that says 38 centimeters away. So That I would imagine. Oh, there it is. This is the thing that's not totally in the wrong position, that thing. Oh, there we go. Looks like the main fuel line was damaged too. Damn. I gotta say, Brian, for now, I think Zero Calvin is actually my favorite out of this series. But then I haven't read all of them, so... Yeah, Zero Calvin was really nice because that set up the whole universe, and I really like the ideas that... how that future is being built. I'm thinking, hey, can't we have something like that? Or is it not such a good idea? I can't really tell. See if we just put all these pieces into place like so. Yeah, let's do that. 1 and 2. Grab another. I like his little tools, that's very nice. 3, and come on, one more. Ooh, 4. Rebuild the final fuel pipe. Escape the fuselage section. I only just got here. Oh my god, there's Earth. Goma, good evening. How are you doing, my friend? Or shall I say good night, rather? But good night, you say good night before you go to bed, rather than wishing you a happy night. Yeah, I can imagine, man. So I believe anywhere in Europe is even crazier than over here in the US. I'm looking forward to it, Brian. It's going to be great. Activate the thrusters. Alright, let's do it. Yeah. Something tells me those little needles should probably be in the green. Oh yeah, you need to orientate the capsule for re-entry and get the crew home. No worries. Leave it to me. Twist this one over here. And then we'll go twist this one a little bit over here. Boom! Alright. So I read the blurbs. It does play on that other planet that we've only seen live feeds of so far, right? I always forget the name. Avionia? Was that it? Or maybe it's this. Right, this. No, not that. No, leave that alone. Agent 8. Grab this. And, I don't know, do that. Is that cool? Yes, there we go. Oops. Did I break it? No way! Navigate your way through the debris and get back to the main capsule. This is nice, I'm enjoying the view. Oh, that's good to hear, Gorma. Excellent, so you don't have to brave the elements, you can just stay at home and still work. That's very nice. Hiya. Oh, and that's a sticker. I think that gives us bonus stuff somewhere. Oh my god, yeah, Dreamlab, I totally agree. Well, there was this thing, Julia was working for the BBC back in the UK, and there came the point where they had, I mean, BBC is always short on cash, of course, because they have a huge workforce and they've got quality programming to make, and you know, that costs time, that costs money. And they were, I don't think I need that. And there came the point where they went into shared, not so much a shared office space, but you didn't have a desk, your own desk at work anymore. You had shared desks, and whoever was in the office could pick a desk and use it for the day. And that made them realize that they did that because they just couldn't afford the vast office space anymore, with 50% of it being empty because people were in the field or doing God knows what. And they thought, hey, this is a much more convenient solution. And off the back of that, they realized, hey, we don't actually have enough desks to accommodate all the office workers. So everyone who needs a desk and who can't have it, they'll just get a laptop and work from home. And they made them realize how much cheaper it was for them and how much more efficient their workers were. True story. Where do we actually need to go? Oh, here. Okay, so we're nearly there. That's cool. So I wonder then if we just grab one of these things and then chuck it towards the ship, and then we can maybe jump halfway onto that. Or not. Yeah, right, okay. And now we're going here, I think. Can we? Aye, that's not good. Activate the life support system. Oh my goodness, we need to rewire stuff. Dr. Oran? Yes? Mission control is reporting a loss of oxygen in the main capsule. Oh no! You need to find a way to reset the life support system, or the astronauts will be goners. Interesting vocabulary. I don't know if the world is familiar with the word goners. Chris! How are you, my friend? I'm avoiding debris. And I just caught the back end of your enterprise efforts. Very nicely done. You know, it also made me realize this is why I thought you were using an older version of Blender. It's the color of the interface that made me foolishly assume you're using something along the lines of 2.79 or earlier. That is, of course, not the case. So, but I now know why I thought that. My God, it's a dangerous place out here. I might just grab that sticker over there. Ah. Ooh, no! Oh, I can't. That's uncool. See if there's a way for me to go up there. So I can't cross the red lines here, I guess. And that's probably the wrong direction. Whoa. This is what it's like when you're on one of those spinning things. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, Chris. And I was tricked into thinking, hey, that's gotta be an older version of Blender. How easily the mind can be fooled. Well, correction, how easily my mind can be fooled. There we go. This is probably what we need to repair. Or is it? Let's follow the yellow cable and see if we can find what it is that we need to do. Oh, it's on the other side, is it? Man. Okay then. Can't go that way. It's gotta be around this way then. Right, other side. Gotcha. Let us go in here. Astronauts, hang in there, guys. I'll just quickly restart the what's-it system. Somewhere here, I think. Without knowing too well what I'm supposed to do here. Well, it looks like there's only one button. Let's press it. I see. Must light up green. Is that it? And then we go boom. Is that all? All right. Thank you for the advice. I appreciate that, Brian. Oh, and now we need the red thing. All right. So don't walk through the green stuff. Okie doke. And then I guess we go through here. That's not too difficult. Even I can do that. Aha! Enjoy dinner! I'm glad it's not going to be pizza tonight, guys. Julie and I are worried about your health. And it's not corona related, it's pizza related rot. So did they just show us another one of these things in a cutaway there? Good stuff. Oh wow. So they're really pushing it. Yeah, a couple of restaurants here down in South Beach, they have invested into huge banners that are wrapped around their windows now saying, "We're here for the local community. We're open for takeout and delivery." There we go. Let's do this one too. Actually, let's not. Let's have a look at where we to. Right, cool. So we're gonna go and take this blue thing, move it through here. This is a bit more challenging, isn't it? And then we move it through here, because we don't want it to interfere with the green thing in a moment. So now the green thing, I guess. And we'll take that through. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. Hiya! I like the disco music. Who doesn't like disco? While you're rebooting ventilation systems in deep space. Being bombarded by meteorites. Alright. Indeed, Brian. Essential services. Secure the hatch. Yes, indeed. We don't mind disco every once in a while. Ooh. It's dangerous up here. Has the hatch been secured? Was there a little sticker here somewhere? I thought I saw a sticker. Have you seen it? On the wings, is it on the outside? It It doesn't help that you're seeing it on a 5-second delay, does it? Could it be on the... Yeah, there it is. Look at that. On the back of the door. Woohoo! And I like his high-fiving celebration thing there. Whoa. Camera perspectives are going mental. Come on, Hatch. Let's secure you. I would imagine I'm just gonna stay inside and then I'll just grapple the thing shut, right? Yes. Yeah. Oh, come on, Agent. Unlocked. Damn, something broken. Nobody panic. We can work this thing out. I'm sure you've got repair tools that you can use. Yes. Huh. By repair, I didn't mean saw off. I'm not sure if the door is still going to close this way now. Isn't it missing a part now? Hiya, there we go. All right. Okay, sealed and ready to... Oh no. The astronauts can't get the navigation computer to respond. Who employed these guys? There must be an SIN device hidden somewhere. If you say so, Dr. Orion. It's like when you start putting your laptop back together and then there's 12 screws that are left over and the thing just works perfectly fine. You think, were these screws necessary to begin with? Okay, 3, 1, 4, 2. Let's remember that. 3, 1, 4, 2. Alright, sabotage device disabled. Align the guidance system. Man, I don't know if I can do all this. I'm just a tiny robot. Ah. Maybe coordinates? It being the only option? Oh my goodness. This is one of those weird things where you have to do it the opposite way of what it actually works as. That's right! They're thinking, hey, we're amazing at this. Somehow the spaceship just reacts. Isn't that amazing? Oh my god. Number 3. Good thing he has 6 legs. I'd love to see rigging for that. A hexapod character. Very nice. So then, a character with 8 legs, would that be an octopod? Alright, we'll deploy the parachutes. Indeed, Gorma, we were thinking that. I wager they probably had an octopod in mind and then realized, do you know how difficult that is to rig? Let's just take 2 legs off, it's fine. 6 will be fun enough. Oh yes, we need to twiddle this thing. Probably that way. That's good. Oh, and this? Oh, I suppose I should have done that? Yeah, okay, I guess so. I don't know how I should, what else I need to do? So this thing, oh there we go. Gotcha, right. So they're both in the green now, that should be good. Alright, look at that! He has his own parachute. Isn't that cute? Union Jack on it. Very nicely done. Alright, Agent 8 in Space Invader complete. Woo, that's nice. That was very good. Yes, Gorma, it's a seriously fun game. It's on Apple Arcade exclusively as of this week. Hail Britannia. Woo. Well, there's another mission we could do. Shall we attempt it? It's on a submarine. What do you think? Or have we done it for today and we should leave this for another day? How is everyone feeling? Do you know, yes, it is a Mac exclusive. It's like an iOS type exclusive. I don't know if... exactly, Brian. I don't know if you can actually get it on Mac computers, the Apple Arcade. I don't know, I never looked into that. But definitely iOS devices and Apple TV. So this is kind of why I'm trying this out, the whole Apple Arcade thing. That's a recent development. It's a $5 a month deal to Apple subscription, and anything that's in the Apple Arcade you can play. So there's still apps that you download, but you don't have to pay for them. You just subscribe to the Apple Arcade for $5 a month, and that, you know, does that. How developers are being paid, I don't know. I have no idea. I think it's the amount of time players spend in the games that gets them a share of the whole, you know, of the whole thing. And I think it's also, do they have to be exclusives? I think so. I think they have to be exclusives. But then Manifold Garden was exclusive on Epic and Apple Arcade, so maybe they don't have to be exclusives. Just, you know, thinking out loud here. Agent 8 in Too Deep. SIN have captured one of our spy subs and are attempting to retrieve the top secret intel carried on board. Collect the intel and destroy the sub. We're up for the job. Come on, we'll do this. But I think, Gorma, this might be coming to PC at one point. I think the exclusivity period isn't going to be forever. I think it's just... let's see how it goes. I think I don't know how they deal with paying developers for that. I know Epic compensate people for going exclusive with them, but I don't know if Apple do the same. You'd imagine maybe so, but I don't think it lasts forever. But what I found fascinating is that an Apple TV is a fraction of the cost compared to a games console. And if this is their way into going into that market or going after that market, that's kind of cool. And it's cross-platform as well, so you can play something with a real controller, PlayStation or Xbox controller, connects wirelessly either to an Apple TV or to iOS 13 devices. Very exciting. And you can just play this with a real controller on the go. Ooh, this looks exciting. SIN have captured one of our spy subs and are attempting to force their way through its defenses. There's a sticker. Totally see a sticker. It is imperative that you wipe the computer system of all sensitive data and destroy the sub. Not the sub. The submarine is in lockdown. Oh, doesn't that remind us of something? You'll need to find an ID with a fingerprint and access the computer. I'm sure it'll be kept somewhere safe. Well, let's get on with it. He's just such a cute little character. I love the rigging, I love all the wobbling and his idle motions. I'd love to have a closer look at him. Can't be that difficult to make one of these guys. Not that you could apply Mixamo animations to it, might you? Look, he's got facial expressions, including mouth movements as well. So cute. Gorma, what are you looking forward to? What games are you looking forward to? I've just bought Stardew Valley this morning. $11.99 on Steam and on GOG. You can use my Humble Bundle affiliate link to give me a cut if you're interested in buying it. It has a multiplayer option, and I was thinking of trying it out, perhaps next week. Seems to be like a cute little game that we could just spend a lot of time in and just have a chat while we're doing that. That was my plan anyway. And I was going to do that today, and then I discovered this morning, and I thought, Let's play this and try that out while I still have access to Apple Arcade. Autobiography of, I don't know, somebody. Well, that was our closer look at the little guy. That was a good camera perspective here. That's true. Persona 5, indeed. Oh, Kerbal are coming out with a second installment already. How exciting! Wow. Cyberpunk is September now, isn't it? $60. I paid that for Control. That was one of the most expensive games I've ever bought. Actually, no, I'm lying. The most expensive game I ever bought, I think, was... Oh, what's this? The safe is locked with some sort of secret code. Look around and see if you can find some clues to the combination. I think the most expensive game I bought was some kind of a metal edition of Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm ashamed to say. Because it wasn't actually a good game, sadly. Oh, number 2 is one of the... What is that? That's good. Number 2 is that. Well, let's lock that in before we forget. There we go, that's number 2. World of Warcraft. Okay, how much was that for you? I think, what was the Grand Theft Auto edition I bought for PlayStation 3 in a metal box? Unlocks the blip and all that. $100, I think. 100, 120? I think it was $100. Which I thought was ridiculous. And it was a pre-order as well. Ooh, sticker. Alright. And I've just found it one of the most frustrating games ever. I really enjoyed Vice City on the PlayStation 2 and San Andreas. Really enjoyed those games. Air Duct B1. But yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5 were just not my cup of tea. It's kind of when they lost the plot. You can always tell there's the point where developers become so big that they just lose the plot. We can do everything, man! Yeah, but should you? Well, we know where the battery is should we need it. Actually, we can't take it upstairs, can we? I keep forgetting we can walk on walls. Ow. Water, yes, must not walk through liquid. Oh yes, of course, World of Warcraft that's a subscription game, isn't it? Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yes, good idea to keep some track of the costs there. I've never played that. But a friend of mine is very much into the Kerbal Space Program. I watched the trailer and I thought, no, I'm not sure. But then I don't know much about the game. I might enjoy it. I do like a little bit of RPG every once in a while. So I enjoyed Mass Effect 2. I've tried 1 once. I thought I'd start the trilogy again from the beginning, but didn't really have the time to get into it. And I've never tried 3. Ouch. Yeah, he got me. He was playing Subnautica, and he said he really enjoys that as well. And oh yeah, Subnautica, by the way, new version is coming out. So there's not new as in Below Zero, but Below Zero, they've realized that the story was so lame that it really needed an overhaul, and they're currently implementing it. So right now, if you have the early access version of Below Zero, they have... See, I should have put the battery into here, shouldn't I? Man, let's get the battery. Put it in here. Dude, get off the... Yeah, so they rewrote the story, and the implication is that they're making so many changes now to the game that all the current save games are no longer going to work after the next update. So the current one is the Lost Ship update, and that still has the lame story. And apparently the next update going forward, that's going to be story changes. Hopefully that's going to make it a good game, because currently I am not impressed. Subnautica, great. Below zero, I'm not sure. Web splat, let's do that. Yuck. Where did I put the battery? Oh, up there. Right. Battery, follow me. And that was downstairs, wasn't it? Right, careful, liquid around. No, maybe that's a clue as well. All that added up equals too much. Yes, that is too much. I wonder if we need to add it up to get a clue. All right. Well, it almost looks like 3 is a circle. Wow. Yes, I remember Dreamlab, you were playing World of Warcraft. That's true. Yeah, I hadn't actually thought about the fact that monthly cost over time does indeed add up. Let's dine in that circle here. I was expecting that Fortnite was an expensive game too, but that's not actually the case. They have, it's kind of nice the way they've implemented this, that once you buy the battle pass for $10, you keep playing, you accumulate more V-Bucks with which you can then buy the next battle pass for the next season. So that's nice. I thought if you want to keep playing, you just have to invest $10 every season, but that's not the case. So very nice the way they've implemented that. As long as you keep playing, you get V-Bucks, and you get enough V-Bucks fairly quickly to buy yourself the next battle pass. If you abstain from, you know, stuff like crazy wafty coats and horns, outfits and all that. Poor little guy. So I guess we can't go in there. So we're one clue short then. Could be on here. There's something written on it, I just can't read it. Is that the square? I wonder if it's the square. Number 1 and square, I think that is it. I mean, I'm just guessing here. I'd love to just undo the screws, but we can't seem to do that. Let's try the square with the number 1, see if that opens that safe. And how much is World of Warcraft a month, Dreamlab? Let's try this thing. 15 a month, oucharoo, wow. That is expensive for a game, I must say. That's more than Photoshop. E equals mc to the power of 2. Where have I heard that before? Open the cockpit door. Right. Where might we have... Oh, is this it? Could be the scanner. Let's see if we can walk across the door. Can we? Of course we can't. The cockpit. It worked! Take the card over to the main console so you can access the computer system. Roger that, Dr. Aran. I suppose subscription payments, no matter what for, that's the future, isn't it? Well, I mean, that's the other thing, exactly. If you get a lot of value out of it, then, you know, it's money well invested. Oh, nice. Look at that. Yeah, I don't really regret purchases like that, unless I feel ripped off, and then I don't get a refund. Like on, what's it called here? That super terrible game. No Man's Sky. Onboarding experience F. I regret that I never got into that game. It might be really good, but since the developers don't tell me what I actually need to do, well, what am I going to do? Now you have access to the subs computer system. Alright. Well, maybe we'll just go and put this here. There we go. Yeah, scan yourself there. That's cool. Oh, really? Julia just said that transport in Miami has been, public transport is now free. All fares have been suspended. Thank you, Miami-Dade. Match data signal. Oh, I see. Nearly had it. No, I do. Oh, I need to do this as well. Amplitude and... Ooh, there we go. Perfect. Alright. That is a fun game, actually. Very good, Steve. But at the end of the day, if you get value out of it, if you enjoy what you're getting for it, then it's, you know, that's all good. If you don't, that's where the problem starts, where they're selling you something that's actually not good, and you only find out once you spend the money and then you don't get it back. That's uncool. I'm looking at you, Daz. Dazistan, I like that. That could be my favorite new expression going on. The Republic of Dazistan. Destroy the physical data. Yeah. Captain's log. Stardate 14737579,8. What are we digging? That can't be moved. Oh, there we go. Is this how I destroy it? Oh, all secrets. Right, let's do that. Okay, good. You can't pull it out. It's difficult for him. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. Little tape. Looks like a DAT cassette with all secrets on it. So that's handy that we don't have to destroy 55 tapes, it's just one will be enough. That contains all the secrets. And they didn't rewind? What's going on? How do we destroy that? Maybe with this thing here? Ah, I guess not. Well, indeed, those are expenses we don't have. That's very true. And my God, are they still going to town with cable TV expenses? That is just crazy. Bargain package, all channels under only 160 bucks. I'm sorry, what? For what? So that I can watch advertising? Are you insane, man? Do you think we should just chuck it in the bottom there? I'm kind of looking for a tape erasing machine or something. Dear Rod, you could have a hard drive labeled all content and then you go, that's good. Ah, I see. So that... Where would we put this? Do we have a little marker thing here somewhere? No. Oops, we labeled it. That's nice. Guess he didn't have a collection as such. It was just all porn. Oh, there we go. That's the tape drive we're talking about. Let's put that in here. Don't delete the secrets. Okay, 2, 4, 1, 3. All right, 2, 4, 1, 3. Boom. Awkward. Now you need to destroy the spy sub before SIN's ROVs cut through the HULL. Looks like the water level is rising. Remember, your circuits are vulnerable to liquids, Agent 8. Don't remind me. Look for a way to get across the water. Well, if we just make a little bridge out of porn CDs, that would work. The apple, you think? Oh, there's a sticker, look at that. Woo. How am I going to get across there? Yeah, but how do I get to the apple? Usually if there are gaps you have to go and throw one of those little grapple hooks. Those camera angles do not help. Dude, seriously. Huh. It always turns the other way. The grapple apple, Eve. Does this open? No. It does not. Just get me closer to the grapple apple? No. Maybe you have to type in a secret sequence here on these buttons. Ouch. Rubber ducky, do you think? Yes, that's a great idea. My goodness. That is a good idea. Can we get there? Because I think there's a way to at least get over the duck. That's a great idea. Oh, come on. Ration survival kit. Multi-purpose food. No cooking and freeze. Can't reach the rubber duck. So the duck was a good idea, but how do we get there? Is this, can we float on this? It would be nice if we could just go and float. But no. Are we any closer to the apple? See, this looks like a nice little bridge, but it doesn't look like I can jump on it. Is it possible that I could just go a little bit over water? I don't think so. He freaked out when we stepped into coffee earlier. So that, no, that's not going to okay. Gotcha. Fine, buddy. Fine. Oh, poor little guy. Avoid getting wet. Huh. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, come on. Ah, buttons. All right, look at that. I'm glad we discovered that. So that's the bridge we needed. Look at that. Now we have access to the little bridge that gets us safely across the water. And it's not an apple at all. It's an orange. Whoa. This sounds exciting. Look at him go. This is not the way. So I guess getting his feet wet is okay. He doesn't have a problem with that. So now what do we have to do? Do we have to go and put the seat back so we can get in there again? Oh, that didn't work. I guess we'll park it here. Dude, don't do that. Don't do that! You can just about get on the orange, that's nice. No, don't do that, what are you doing? Right, there we go. Let's get through here. There, nicely done. Rubber ducky, how you doing? Looks just like Christina's, doesn't it? Almost. As featured in, what's this called? SPYDER. Oh, maybe we did have to do this with the orange. Right, there we go. Now what? Open the engine room door. Okay. I guess the orange stays here. Bye orange. Bye duck. Don't go anywhere, we might need you. Oh, okay. Connect to the batteries. Let's try it. This looks dangerous. Agent Duck. Connect what to the batteries? Dude. I haven't quite worked out the mechanics of how to turn these things properly yet. So then maybe this can go and be turned over to that. Maybe. Okay. That turns red. Maybe this can be turned over to here, maybe. Okay. And then I guess this. Let's go move this swiftly out of the way. Move that over here, perhaps. This, can't go there. Put this over to the other side then. Like, so yes, almost. Keep it going. Like so. Come on. Is that it? Totally isn't. I don't even know what we need to do, quite frankly. Any ideas? Something's gonna be red, something's blue. There's a red cable. In fact, there's two red cables. In a series of, I don't know. I think they were perfectly aligned before I started fiddling with them. Yeah, maybe I'll have a look at these things, see if there's anything that describes whatever engines, batteries, propeller, and lights. Can we fiddle with them? No. Okay. How about the other side? Oh, I'm not allowed to go out there. Gotcha. Yes. Okay. Don't know that. So which of these is wrong then? Because aren't they connected already? Oh no, I see what you mean. Right, I see what you mean. Right, so from starting from this cable, and this thing is probably good. That thing going to here is probably also good. Then this one needs to go just temporarily be moved out of the way a bit, so that we can then put this guy, which also won't move unless we move this guy out of the way. Oh good. Like so that we can then put this to here, I guess, right? No, leave. Then I guess this guy maybe goes over here. So then that guy goes up here. Oh my god, how exciting, we're getting there. Then this guy, good, can't do that, okay good. And can't do that, perfect, that's super awesome. That's gonna be really tricky then, isn't it? I don't really get much, but this I don't get at all. Will that fit? No, it won't. Of course it won't. Yeah, I think that's just the beginning. I think many other states will follow the same pattern. And I can't do that. I don't know how to do it. So this needs to get out of the way, just so that some other Schlonslever can move a little bit further. But he can't move either, because for that other Schlonslever needs to move. Finally! Oh my god, phenomenal! Overload the batteries. See if you can flip it back on and overload the motors. Do the same thing again now? And then probably do the same thing again for the propeller and the lights. Oh wow, no gatherings at all, Brian. That's crazy. I think we can gather up to 10 people here, but all our parks are closed and public places. Oh wow. 800 in one day, that is a lot. Aha. Boom! Excellent. With the motors out of action, we can destabilize the sub's ballast pressure. Woohoo! I can walk on the handy cable. Oh, sticker! Cable cannot be walked on. So I guess this is where it'll continue, but how shall we get there? We can't go back, that's good news. Any ideas how I can get over there? If only I had my rubber duck, huh? So I can't go on the cable. It doesn't want to go on the cable. I can't go through the water. I can't go up there because I can't cross the red and white tape. Same goes for the back. And I can't jump either. Huh. Well, I don't know then. No, the red wire, that won't allow me to go up there. For some reason, he doesn't want to do that. I can't reach the pipe, I'm afraid. Because the pipes are not connected to where I'm on. This one here, I can't go on it because it's electrified. Go underneath either. There's water in the way. There's these three white points here. They're 30 centimeters, 23 and 37 centimeters. That's where I need to ultimately go. Can't reach the ceiling either. Ceiling would be a nice idea. Can't go further up because there's the red and white stripy tape here. That won't let me get across. Usually when I have to, in the past levels, when I had to cross a bridge, there was usually like a grapple option that would let me do that. No, I can't throw a splat either. And I can't do a grapple either. And there's that red tape again, so that won't let me walk on the ceiling. It's a clever way for them to lock down roads that they don't want you to take. I get that. There's water, so I can't go there. Where were the connectors, Gorma? Yeah, so I can't turn them anymore either, which is a shame. It is a conundrum, isn't it, Steve? That is a conundrum. This one here, no, I can't do that because it's electrified. I can't jump on it. It doesn't let me do that. The switches, let me see. No, it doesn't look like it. Let me try that, Gorma. So the one in the center, then over the one on the edge, and then the last one. Okay. Oh, I see. It's not electrified from that end. Who would have thought? Gorma saves the day. Thank you so much. I didn't see that. I thought they were all electrified. Alright. Now, next puzzle. What do we get up here? Well done, Gorma. ID number 24, EP8 Industries. Due date maybe next year. Excellent. Right, is that how you label stuff at work? Oh, I see. I wonder if I need to put this floating thing onto that. Maybe it's a valve. Right. Let's increase the engine pressure. Damn. Gotta be organized and all that. Deadly stuff. How do I get up there though? Oh yeah, of course. Since we can walk on the ceiling, we'll just go like that. And then move down here. Come on, dude, you can do it. Bless you. Dude, you're not helping yourself. Alright, and increase engine pressure to the max. That's it, Agent 8. Now you need to get out of here before the ballast tank explodes. With pleasure. How do we get out of here? What's with the meteorites in here again? In space that made sense. Inside the submarine? I'm not sure about that. Oh. Same in reverse. When I spotted them up. Sometimes it's just so cool how you just don't see something that's right in front of you. When I say you, I mean me. Oh. I think so too, Brian. The poor submarine! Oh, we could have been friends. The duck survived. Excellent. Oh, he has his own mini submarine. Look at that. That is so super cute. Well, thank you so much, Agent 8. It was a pleasure controlling you through the midst and the depths of the game. Perhaps I'm going to pick this one up before my Apple Arcade thing runs out. If not, I will perhaps see you next week with a spot of, what's it called again? Stardew Valley. There we go. Dreamlab. I could certainly use some tips and help on that because I've never played it before. Looks interesting, could be difficult. I'm like really simple. I don't get things, I'm like when it comes to video games. But yeah, maybe you can help me out there. Thank you so much for dropping by. All the best. Stay safe. And I will be here Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, maybe even in the morning. Just checking in on you guys. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.